Hey, Jeannie here. This is the future me as I'm going back editing the moving saga videos. I just wanted to come on and do an update video on the movers, on the whole moving process. So today, as I am doing this video, we are in Korea. We are in South Korea. In fact, I am off of work today because the movers are coming today to drop off our things, our household goods. And it is snowing outside. It is in the low 20s here in South Korea. It has been snowing the last couple of days. In fact, yesterday we had a late start, and today it is actually snowing outside. So anyways, I wanted to give an update on the moving saga because part 3 of the moving saga, I stopped recording after that because it was such a long process, a very stressful process. And as I said in one of the videos, I don't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it again. So I didn't talk about it. I kind of put it in the back of my mind, but as I'm updating and editing videos, I wanted to come on and tell you how everything went. So part 3, the movers ended up coming the week of Columbus Week, which Columbus Day was October 10th. The movers ended up coming October 14th. And my landlord thankfully allowed me to stay, or they prorated me until the 15th, but the 15th was a Saturday. So we actually moved out the 16th because it was the weekend. And then I just dropped the keys off at the drop box. And I'm actually still waiting to see if I get my deposit back. I haven't gotten it yet. I've tried calling them from Korea. No one's picked up. But anyways, so again, the movers did come October 14th, which was a Friday. There were 2 ladies that came and packed everything, and then 2 men came and physically moved everything onto the crate. There were about 2 big crates. I think I have a picture, so if I have it, I will insert it. I ended up taking some furniture, my couch, my recliner, and some other things. My goal was to sell a lot of that stuff, but I did not. I was going to sell my bed. Thankfully, I did not, because the beds here are very hard. So thankfully, I did not sell my bed and my mattress, and they will be here today. But let me try to think what else I need to update. So I did get my orders amended. My orders originally stated that I had to be in Korea October 10th, and I amended them for a week later, which is October 17th. So we actually left Texas October 17th and landed in South Korea October 18th. Yeah, so the movers came, picked it up. It did take them a while. It took them till about 3 o'clock. They were there probably about 9, so 9 to 3. I didn't think it was going to take that long, but it did, and that's okay. Thankfully, I have very good friends who came and helped me purge and whatever was left, pack and stuff like that. And then my pastor's wife and my pastor and his wife lent us some air mattresses that we could sleep on. So we did that Friday night, Saturday, and then Sunday night let me backtrack. So on Friday, no. Oh, okay. So Columbus Day was the 10th, which was a Monday. And so that Tuesday, which was the 11th, I had gone on base and I booked our tickets. So one thing that I realized with the whole moving thing was, instead of calling, it was better to go on base. So one of my friends who is in Japan now, who was a couple of weeks behind me, I told her, go on base. Do not call, go on base. We lived really close to Fort Hood, which was in Texas. And I said, go on base to get the movers and to get your ticket. So I they recommend that you go online to get your tickets. But after the whole moving ordeal, I was like, no, I'm going on base. So I went to Fort Hood, and I had to go to 2 different places, but they got it done within an hour. It took less than an hour for me to get our tickets booked. I really tried hard to get Korean Air, really wanted Korean Air, but they didn't give us Korean Air. We flew out with, I think it was American. Yeah. Was it American or was it United? Okay, so we ended up flying American Airlines. So we lived next to Fort Hood, which is a city called Killeen, Texas, and it's a very small airport. And Austin is probably less than an hour away, but I did not want to fly out of Austin because then I would have to find someone to take us to Austin. So we ended up getting a flight out of Killeen, at the Killeen Airport. I think it's called the Killeen Fort Hood Regional Airport, something like that. And so we stayed the night Friday with my dad, and I did not sleep at all because our flight was really early, and we had to be at the airport about 4 a.m. And so I just didn't sleep. I didn't want to sleep because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to wake up. So anyways, my dad took us to the airport. I had some really good friends meet us at the airport to see us off. So that was very nice of them. A couple of friends that came and saw us off. And then we flew from Killeen to Dallas, and that was less than an hour. And it was a very small plane. But we got to Dallas, and I think we had like a 2-hour layover. And then we got on our flight, and we sat there for about an hour because they had to do maintenance. So that was not enjoyable. And then it was a little over 15-hour flight to Incheon Airport in South Korea. So we were on the airplane for a little over 16 hours. So that was definitely a long flight, but thankfully my son did very well. He did not eat. He did not want to eat so we had 2 meals, and we did have snacks, and they gave us snacks as well, but he did not eat. The first meal he slept through, and then for breakfast he just didn't want to eat it. It didn't look appealing to him. And then we landed, it was in the evening, probably around 5 o'clock. And then we had to go through customs and get all our things. And thankfully there was a bus that took us to the base. And I was really hoping it would be in the daytime because I wanted to see everything, but it was not. And that's okay. And then we drove to base, and we went into lodging. And again, so we made it here safely, thankfully, and we are now in Korea. We stayed in lodging for about a month, and we are currently in our new home, and I am waiting for the movers to come today. And even though it is snowing, I hope that they still come. So I will show you a little bit of the snow. So hopefully you can see a little bit of the snow coming down. Now, being that I did not grow up in Texas, I was born in Texas, but I did not grow up in Texas, but I have lived my adult life in the great state of Texas. I learned how to drive in Texas, and we don't get snow like this. We've had snow in Texas the last 2 years, and everything shuts down. Everything shuts down because we don't have, the salt trucks. A lot of us do, the majority of us do not know how to drive in snow. So everything shuts down. But here, no, we don't shut down. Like I said, yesterday we had a 2.5 hour delay. My car wouldn't start. So thankfully I have good friends. And that's one of the things I enjoy about being overseas, because when my father was in the military, when we lived in Germany, and when we lived here when I was growing up, if you don't have family, like you don't have your cousins, you don't have your grandparents, you don't have your blood family, the people that you surround yourself with become your family. And so I have a teacher friend, her and her husband came. He jumped my car. We were both late to work, but thankfully I'm getting to know people like that who friends are becoming family, and I'm so grateful for that. But anyways, continue to stay tuned for our adventures in Korea. I am in the process of editing these videos, uploading these videos, editing these videos to get them out. So thank you for your patience, and consider liking and possibly subscribing. See you next time.